was the passing on.
So you officially passing the baton?
I'm passing the baton.
Because this story opens with a moment that looks like a celebration but quickly turns into a shock. Oprah Winfrey is seen symbolically passing the baton to Sherri Shepherd, a gesture that represents legacy, mentorship, and the future of daytime television. The audience cheers and the atmosphere feels historic, as if a new chapter is beginning. For Sherri, this moment seems like the ultimate endorsement from one of the most powerful voices in media. But within seconds, the tone shifts dramatically. Sherri reveals that her show has not been renewed for another season, instantly changing the mood in the room. What began as a triumphant milestone suddenly feels uncertain and unexpected. Viewers are left wondering how a show with such a powerful endorsement could face cancellation. And just like that, the story moves from celebration to controversy.
All of us here at Sherri. And I know that you have seen the news, and I'm ready to address it. Our show has not been renewed for another season. And I want to say to y'all, everybody, y'all try not to faint or fall out, because healthcare is expensive and none of us have it anymore. So
now the situation becomes even more interesting. After Sherri announces that her show won't return for another season, rumors begin spreading about what could happen next in that valuable daytime slot. According to reports, producers may be considering bringing Wendy Williams back to television, claiming the decision is driven by popular demand. For longtime viewers, this possibility immediately raises eyebrows. Wendy once dominated daytime talk with a loyal fan base and viral moments that kept audiences talking. If she were to return and take over the same space, it would completely change the narrative around Sherri's departure. Some people see it as a strategic move by the network to revive ratings and attention. Others wonder whether the plan was always to bring Wendy back eventually. Either way, the conversation suddenly becomes far bigger than one show ending.
Besties, because Wendy was literally one of the only people who ever called out Oprah.
Believable than her being the national spokesperson for a diet program. Oh, please. Oh, please. Every time I see the commercials, I'm like, oh, please.
This is where another powerful figure enters the story, Oprah Winfrey. Reports claim Oprah is not thrilled about the possibility of Wendy Williams stepping back into the spotlight, especially if it means replacing someone she publicly supported. While Oprah and Wendy were never known as close friends, their relationship has always carried a certain tension. Wendy built her brand by speaking openly about celebrities, including Oprah herself, and she rarely held back her opinions. That bold style made her one of the most talked about voices in media. But it also meant she sometimes challenged powerful figures in the industry. If Wendy were to return now, it could feel like a direct shift away from Oprah's endorsement of Sherri. Suddenly this story isn't just about TV programming anymore, it's about influence and legacy.
Having this legacy mean to you?
Oh, Sherri, that's such a beautiful question. The word legacy, I just want to leave you all with this, is that when I came back from opening my school in South Africa, and I said to Maya, I said, the school's going to be my greatest legacy. Those girls are everything. And she said, you have no idea. You have no idea what your legacy is going to be. Because she said, your legacy is never one thing, it's every life you touch. And I passed that on to you because what Maya said to me that day in her kitchen, she said, it's every audience member who ever came, from wherever they came from.
Yes.
And they sat in that audience and they had an experience. And they went home and they decided, I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna get a better job. I'm gonna leave my raggedy husband. I'm gonna do whatever I need to do.
Yes.
It's every life you touch, so it's not one thing. So for me to be able to see you, to sit in the seat of your life on your own show with your name on.
This next moment takes us back to the emotional scene that originally made headlines. Oprah appears on Sherri's show and shares a powerful message about legacy and impact. She explains that legacy is never just one achievement, but every life a person touches along the way. To illustrate the point, Oprah recalls a conversation she once had with Maya Angelou about what truly defines a person's influence. The story adds depth and meaning to the moment, turning it into something far bigger than a simple guest appearance. For Sherri, having Oprah speak these words on her stage felt like validation. It suggested that her voice and platform mattered in the world of daytime television. The audience could sense how important the moment was for her career. At the time, it felt like the beginning of a long and successful journey.
I was in the same tier, the same cell that Epstein was on, and Suge, there's no way in hell that guy could have committed on that tier. I was in there for 7 months. There's no way.
And coming from you, I know you didn't know the truth, and I personally didn't think he was going to commit. But the thing is, he had from Oprah Winfrey to everybody on that island. You know, anybody with a weird fetish, and that's what underage kids was on that island. And everybody.
As the story continues, Sherri reflects on just how meaningful Oprah's support really was. She explains that Oprah didn't simply appear as part of a promotional tour but chose to come alone, giving the spotlight entirely to Sherri's program. That decision made the appearance feel personal rather than promotional. According to Sherri, Oprah's presence instantly changed how people viewed her show within the industry. Suddenly executives, viewers, and critics started taking a closer look at what she was building. In the competitive world of daytime television, credibility is everything. Having Oprah endorse your platform can elevate a show overnight. For Sherri, it felt like a defining moment that proved she belonged in that space. And for many fans watching at home, it seemed like confirmation that her future on television was secure.
A show on the air. There are things that we have to do that people will tell us. If you want to stay on the air, this is what you got to do. And we got to weigh the options. And sometimes we make bad decisions and we look up and we go, in hindsight, maybe I should not have done it. But I just want to open the door and give a platform to people who look like me.
This part of the story reveals just how seriously Sherri took Oprah's mentorship. She shares that during one conversation about hosting a talk show, she filled 15 pages of notes while Oprah spoke. Imagine the scene, one of television's most legendary hosts explaining the formula behind her success. Oprah emphasized that the most important element of a talk show is not ratings, celebrity guests, or viral clips. Instead, it's the energy that the host brings to the stage every single day. According to Oprah, the audience can feel authenticity and intention the moment a show begins. That philosophy changed the way Sherri thought about her own program. Those 15 pages of notes became something she planned to keep forever. To her, they represented wisdom passed down from one generation of talk show hosts to another. Now the conversation shifts toward a question many viewers have quietly wondered for years. If Oprah was willing to pass the baton to Sherri, why didn't she ever do the same for Wendy Williams? After all, Wendy had already built a powerhouse daytime talk show with millions of devoted viewers. Her program was known for bold commentary, unforgettable moments, and a unique connection with the audience. Long before Sherri arrived in the daytime landscape, Wendy had proven she could dominate that format. Because of that success, some fans believed she was the natural successor to Oprah's talk show legacy. Yet that symbolic endorsement never happened. Whether due to personal differences or professional philosophies, Oprah never publicly positioned Wendy as the next figure in that lineage. And that absence has fueled speculation ever since. This is where the story explores why Oprah and Wendy may have never fully aligned. Wendy Williams built her reputation on fearless commentary and blunt honesty about celebrity culture. On her show, she regularly discussed scandals, controversies, and powerful public figures without hesitation. That approach made her incredibly popular with viewers who appreciated her unfiltered style. However, it also meant that some influential people in the entertainment industry became subjects of her criticism. Over time, Oprah's name occasionally appeared in those conversations as well. In a media world where relationships often shape opportunities, those moments could easily create distance. Fans who follow both women closely have long noticed that their professional paths rarely intersected. For many observers, Wendy's outspoken style may explain why the baton never moved in her direction. The speculation deepens when people begin examining the possibility that Oprah quietly supported Sherri behind the scenes. In the entertainment industry, mentorship and influence often happen away from the cameras. Powerful figures sometimes guide careers through advice, introductions, and opportunities that the public never sees. When fans revisit the timeline of Sherri's rise in daytime television, some wonder whether Oprah's encouragement played a bigger role than initially realized. The baton moment may have simply been the public symbol of a longer relationship. If that's the case, it shows how significant mentorship can be in shaping a television career. Opportunities in media rarely appear overnight without some kind of support network. And when someone as influential as Oprah stands behind you, the impact can be enormous. The final part of this story brings us back to the present and the complicated realities surrounding Sherri's exit. Reports suggest tensions between Sherri and the show's producers had been building behind the scenes for some time. Negotiations reportedly involved salary expectations, scheduling changes, and creative control over the program. Some insiders claim Sherri wanted to tape fewer days while pursuing other acting opportunities. Meanwhile, producers expected a different level of commitment to keep the show running smoothly. Situations like this can easily create friction even when a program is performing well. Eventually, those disagreements appear to have reached a breaking point, leading to the decision not to renew the show. Now speculation continues about whether Wendy Williams could eventually reclaim the daytime spotlight. If you found this breakdown interesting, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video.